Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. This is our general knowledge section. Okay, take your book, page number 40. Okay, take your GK book, page number 40. The lesson is flying high, kites. It's an interesting topic, children. That's about kites. Do you like flying kite? Yes, is it not? Flying a kite is a very calming, peaceful feeling, is it not? Which definitely can reduce our stress and promote peacefulness. Is it not, children? Flying kite is a popular pastime. It's a healthy and active outdoor activity for children. There are different types of kites, is it not? Let us see few types of kites. First is the eddy kite. It's a diamond-shaped kite. The scientist Benjamin Franklin made this kite. He used the kite to study lightning and electricity. The kite experiment is a scientific experiment in which kite with a pointed conductive wire. Thunderclouds collected electricity from the air. So it's a dangerous experiment. Okay, children, it's a diamond-shaped kite able to be flown without a tail. Okay, who made this kite? The scientist Benjamin Franklin made this kite. It's a diamond-shaped kite. Okay. It's a dangerous experiment. He used a kite to study lightning and electricity. Okay, children, the eddy kite. The next type of kite is the box kite. It's a large rectangle shaped kite. Material wrapped around the top and the bottom. Okay. The box kite was invented by Lawrence Hargrave in the year 1893. Okay, children. First one is the eddy kite. The second one is the box kite. Okay. The third one is the winged box kite. Okay. The winged box kite. It's a look like a box kite. It has a two triangular pieces added to control the kite. Okay, it's a look like the box kite. The winged box kite is look like a box kite. Okay, it has two triangular pieces. So because of that, we can control the kite. Okay, children. The next type of kite is the sled. Sled kite was invented by an American, William Allison, in the year 1950. This sled kite has a rectangular base with curved sides and a flying line attached to the edges rather than the middle of the frame. Okay, the sled kite, it's a rectangular base with a curved side kite. It was invented by the American William Allison. Okay. The next type of kite is the delta. Deltas are easy to fly and there is nothing to adjust and make a great first kite. This kite is like an isosceles triangle with a very long base. Isosceles triangle means in geometry an isosceles triangle is a triangle that has two sides of equal length. Two sides are equal means we can say that triangle is an isosceles triangle. Okay. This kite is like an isosceles triangle with a very long base. Okay children, here given its aerodynamic properties, the delta kite usually outperforms other types of flat kites. Aerodynamic property means weight, lift, thrust and drag. These are the principles of aerodynamics. This causes an object to travel upwards and downwards. By using because of this aerodynamic property, we an object can travel upwards and downwards. Okay. So aerodynamic properties, according to aerodynamic properties, the delta kite usually performs. Okay. Okay children, the last type of kite is the horseshoe kite. Okay, it's look like a horseshoe, that means it's U-shaped. The horseshoe kite much larger than our traditional kites. It has horseshoe shaped frame, and this kite can lift large objects including human beings also. Okay children. So here we have 6 types of kite: the eddy, the box, the winged box, the sled, the delta and the horseshoe. Mark the answers. First one, answer B. Second one, the box kite, C. The winged box, F. The sled, A. The delta, E. And the horseshoe, D. Okay, mark the answers. Next children, take page number 41. Next page, construction. Okay, here each of the description below is about an iconic construction. Read the description and tick the building which it matches. Okay, choose the correct answer. Here there are 3 options. We have to select any one building from these 3. Okay, so the first one, the option A, the Opera House, Sydney. Option B, the Colosseum, Rome. Option C, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. Okay, our description is given here. This building is composed of segments arranged to look like the sails of a ship. Each of the sails is formed by 2 curved triangles. Okay, see here, this building composed of segments and arranged to look like the sails of a ship. Sails of a ship means the sail is the big piece of cloth. Okay, by means of which wind is used to propel a ship through water. The wind blows against the sails and pushes the ship along. Okay, so here see the first picture, first construction, the Opera House, Sydney is look like the sails of a ship, is it not? We have one more point too, that their sails is formed by 2 curved triangles. Look at the option C, there also that pyramid is look like a triangle, is it not? But that is not curved triangles, but the first one is look like a curved triangle, is it not? So it also look like the sails of a ship. So we can choose this answer, option A, the Opera House, Sydney. Okay, that's the correct answer. So this building is composed of segments arranged to look like the sails of a ship. Each of the sails is formed by 2 curved triangles. Okay, so answer is A, the Opera House, Sydney. Okay, then next one, steps which grow smaller in size as one moves upwards were constructed to achieve a shape similar to a geometric pyramid. Sharp angles are visible throughout the structure and each layer is a large rectangle. Okay, here 3 options are there: St. Basil's Cathedral, Moscow; El Castello, Yucatan; then Burj Al Arab, Dubai. Okay, here 3 options are there, but here descriptions shows steps which grow smaller in size as one moves upwards, is it not? So see the second picture, option B, there only no steps which grow smaller in size. It moves upwards, its top is smaller in size. Okay, bottom only it's a long steps, but top smaller in size. And also it's a look like a geometric pyramid. This is not second picture only, it's a similar to geometric pyramid. And here one more point is each layer is a large rectangle. Is not here in option B, each step is look like a rectangle. So the answer is yes, B, El Castillo, Yucatan. Okay, Yucatan, it's in Mexican state. Okay, so answer is B, El Castillo, Yucatan. Okay, children. Third one, constructed like a flying saucer, a top in hourglass shaped tower. This structure is built to withstand earthquakes of magnitudes below 9. Okay, here two options, the Shah London, option B, Space Needle, Seattle. Okay, here it's constructed like a flying saucer, a top and hourglass shaped tower. Okay, here flying saucer means it's having a disc at the top. Okay, see the second picture there only, top there is a disc. Is not one more point, an hourglass shaped tower. Hourglass shaped means narrow part in the middle. Okay, in the second picture only middle narrow part, is not. This structure is built to withstand earthquakes of magnitudes below 9. That means magnitude 9 earthquake means can last only 5 minutes. Okay, so here below below 9, magnitude 9. So magnitude scale can be used to describe the earthquake. So this building is withstand earthquakes of magnitudes below 9. That means it's safe. So here the option B is the answer. Okay, because here only top there is a disc and that middle narrow part in the middle, because it's an hourglass shaped tower. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, Space Needle, Seattle. It is in Washington. Okay, children. So answer is B. First one answer A, second one B, and third one also B. Okay, children, understood? So choose the correct answer. From these three pictures we have to select any one. Okay, according to the description we can write the answer. Okay, children, thank you.